Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Alberto Garcia. Garcia was shot and killed on Monday, December 3rd, 2007, near the intersection of Rosemead Boulevard and Slauson Avenue in Pico Rivera, according to LA County coroner records. Juan Antonio Sepulveda was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. Defendant Sepulveda and Ms. Arellanes had a volatile relationship. They began living together off and on in 2004. They had a daughter together who was 3 years old in October 2007. There had been 2 prior episodes of domestic violence inflicted on Ms. Arellanes by defendant. On Halloween afternoon 2007, defendant dropped Ms. Arellanes off at the Walmart where she worked. Ms. Arellanes lied to defendant and did not have a work shift that day, but planned to go to a party with him and their daughter later. At the Walmart, Ms. Arellanes encountered a coworker, victim Alberto Garcia, and went to lunch with him. She ended up spending the night with the victim, ignoring multiple telephone calls from defendant. Defendant confronted Ms. Arellanes at Walmart the next morning, claiming he knew she had been with the victim and asking about his whereabouts. 2 other workers witnessed defendant confront the victim and threaten him. Police officers were called to the store because of defendant's behavior. Defendant was told he was not welcome in the store and that he would be arrested if he appeared there again. Between October 31st and December 2nd, 2007, Ms. Arellanes was involved with both defendant and the victim. She spent nights with each at various times. Defendant threatened to kill the victim and told Ms. Arellanes that if he saw her with another man, he would kill her and the rival. On the afternoon of December 2nd, 2007, defendant gave Ms. Arellanes a ride to work for her 3 p.m. to midnight shift. She told him she already had a ride home arranged. At the end of her shift, defendant called to say he was outside. When Ms. Arellanes told him she was working until 2 a.m., defendant said he would return at that time. She told him not to because she already had another ride. The victim gave Ms. Arellanes a ride home at 2:10 a.m. Fearing defendant was outside, they left the store by different doors. The victim drove Ms. Arellanes to a relative's home, stayed for 5 minutes, then returned to finish his shift at Walmart. During this time, defendant was calling Ms. Arellanes, who did not answer. At 2:46 a.m., she answered a call from defendant, who demanded to know where she was. When she said she was at home, defendant asked who had given her a ride. He told Ms. Arellanes not to lie when she said her cousin had picked her up. He said the victim had given her a ride. At 2:58 a.m., a police officer responding to a call found the victim dead from gunshot wounds in his car, which had crashed through an intersection light pole before coming to rest on the sidewalk. Cell tower information showed a pattern of calls from defendant to Ms. Arellanes on the night of the shooting. The cell tower where his 2:56 a.m. call was initiated was the closest tower to the intersection where the victim's car crashed. Ballistics evidence established that the casings found at the scene were 9mm Luger cartridges manufactured by Remington, fired from the same gun. Projectiles found in the victim's body, except one which cannot be compared, were fired from the same gun. No gun was recovered, but bullets capable of being fired from the same gun were found in a box brought to police by defendant's other girlfriend. Defendant had called her after he was arrested and told her to get rid of the box holding those bullets. Instead, she brought the box to detectives. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant of first-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a felon, and corporal injury to Ms. Arellanes. Defendant was sentenced to a term of 50 years to life on the murder charge, with sentences on the other 2 counts to be served concurrently. Alberto Garcia was 21 years old at the time of death.